Picture an ordinary home in a peaceful neighborhood near Tucson. Late at night, someone steps onto the porch, stares straight into a doorbell camera, and takes an elderly woman, someone's mother, someone's grandmother, from the place she felt safest. She was 71, living a simple life, surrounded by family memories. Then, in an instant, she was gone. That image on the camera haunts me. It should haunt all of us. This is day 38 since she vanished. And today, everything feels different. I've followed stories like this for years. Murders, vanishings, families holding on through the worst uncertainty. I've learned to keep my composure, but last night, when I heard what was happening out in the desert, I had to pull over. I just sat there thinking about her, about the fear she must have felt, about the people waiting for any word. Investigators aren't wandering the vast Sonoran desert hoping for luck. They're heading to precise locations. They have coordinates. Someone gave them those coordinates. That changes the entire picture. Let that sink in. The Sonoran Desert stretches across nearly 100,000 square miles. It's merciless. Scorching days, freezing nights, terrain that swallows evidence. Bodies don't stay hidden by accident for long in places like that. Scavengers move fast. Heat destroys. Time erases. Yet teams are going straight to spots pinpointed on a map. That isn't random. That means the impossible has been narrowed to something real, something reachable. So where did those coordinates come from? That's the question burning in my mind, and probably in yours. One possibility: digital traces. If she had her phone when taken, or if the person responsible carried theirs and didn't disable it properly, cell towers could have logged the path. In remote areas, pings might not be as precise as in a city, but they can still point to a zone small enough to search. Investigators pull that data immediately. It's routine. Maybe they've had a rough area for weeks and only now mobilized ground teams. Another: technology from above. Planes, drones, thermal cameras, ground-penetrating radar. They spot disturbed soil, anomalies, signs invisible from the ground. Agencies here have powerful tools. If something showed up in scans over weeks of flights, coordinates to check it make perfect sense. But the possibility that keeps me awake: someone spoke. Someone with knowledge, maybe close to the person responsible, shared a detail that led to a location. It could be a quiet tip through a hotline. It could be cooperation after an arrest we haven't heard about yet. Quiet pickups on other charges happen more than people realize. Suddenly, information flows. Coordinates appear. I don't know which it is, but something shifted. After weeks of careful statements, leads being followed, no details released, the investigation has direction. Teams are in the field right now, searching with purpose. If this story is stirring something in you, if you're feeling the weight of what this family is enduring, please share this video. Let more people know what's happening out there in the desert. It matters. Now let's be real about what searching there actually involves. It's not walking to a dot on GPS and spotting something obvious. The desert fights back. Towering cacti block views. Rocky soil hides tracks. Flash flood channels move things far from where they started. In early March, the heat is rising again. Back in early February, when she disappeared, anything left out there has baked for over a month. Recovery isn't quick or clean. Teams document every step, preserve evidence, fight the environment itself. It's grueling, skilled work. And they do it carefully. No helicopters buzzing overhead for the news, no big announcements. Because if the person responsible sees the focus shift to one spot, they might try to tamper or they might disappear. The restraint tells me these investigators are building something solid, something that holds in court. Look at the bigger picture. DNA from the home is still being analyzed. Complex samples take time. But if they locate something in the desert, that evidence becomes part of a stronger web: location data, forensics, video, witness accounts. One piece can be questioned. A whole constellation? Much harder to dismiss. The team has narrowed too, from hundreds of people chasing every tip to a focused group. Homicide detectives, federal agents, zeroed in. That's what happens when you move from who to how do we prove it? And that raises the hardest question. If these coordinates came from a person, not just tech, then someone knows where she is. Someone connected. That truth will surface. But let's step back from the mechanics. This isn't just a case file. This is a woman who had a home, routines, people who loved her voice on the phone, her laugh at family gatherings. She trusted her world. Someone shattered that trust in the dark hours, took her, left silence. I think about the call that might come soon, to a son, a daughter, a grandchild. The phone rings. They see the number. Their heart already knows. That moment of finality after endless waiting. It's unimaginable pain. Yet even in that pain, there's resolve. Answers are coming. Accountability is coming. For her family, who deserve to know. For all of us who refuse to forget. This investigation feels closer to resolution than at any point since she vanished. Teams in the desert with real direction. Evidence threads pulling together. A breakthrough feels near. If you have any detail, no matter how small, something you saw, something said, an unusual vehicle that night, call the FBI hotline. 1-800-CALL-FBI. Today, not tomorrow. Your piece could be the one that brings her home, or brings justice. This case will break open. I believe that. The person responsible will face consequences. Her loved ones will get the truth they need so badly. If you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. Share this with anyone following the story. They need to know about the desert search. Drop a comment. Where do you think those coordinates came from? What's your instinct right now? We stay on this. We don't look away. Because she deserves that. And sometimes, that persistence makes the difference. The truth is serious. And right now, it's more urgent than ever.